Hello everyone, it's Megan, and this week we are going to talk about like my latest freaking obsession, K-pop Demon Hunters. Yeah, it's so real. Okay, so I realized I didn't do like an intro to like what the movie is about. So basically, K-pop Demon Hunters is a movie where like this K-pop girl group fights demons and like they sing to like protect the world from demons. So this review got way too long to be just one video, so I'm splitting it into two parts. The first part I'll be talking about basically what I think of K-pop and the characters, random moments in the movie that I liked, and in the second part, which will be on next week, we're gonna be reviewing the soundtrack, like talking about like the world and also circling back to characters. I do have notes. These are my notes, guys. Don't read them, don't pause. Yesterday, I was gonna record, and then I realized I didn't have a review for the soundtrack, and then I was like, what? Anyways, I don't know what was going through my head, and then I rewatched it, and the yellow sticky notes here are like the extra notes that I had. It's just like comments, I guess, of the movie itself. Starting off, I am probably within the target audience of this movie. I'm just gonna say that. I used to be really into K-pop. It was basically what started my music evolution, like from outside of just radio music. Yeah, and this movie could like literally get me back into K-pop because it reminded me like why I loved it so much and also like why I left the whole K-pop fandom area. I really love K-pop because of all the energy. You can literally just like, if you feel sad, you just have to like put on like any K-pop song ever, and then you can just start like dancing. And also Twice was one of my favorite girl groups when I was like into K-pop. It was nice to see them again. And it reminded me why I left the K-pop fandom area thing, because really all anyone talks about in like K-pop fandoms, like as girls, are like boy bands and like who's hotter. That just like bothered me, and I got told that like I only biased certain people because they were like hot. Like, I'm sorry, what? This is just like a little bit into like my history with K-pop, and like I really like it. Some of the people that I listen to: Twice, ITZY, Red Velvet, Blackpink, of course. Boy bands, I listened to NCT 127 and NCT Dream. That's all that I like remember. I probably listened to more, but they're the only ones that I remember listening to. I left the fandom after Loco by ITZY dropped. I was like starting to get into other kinds of music that wasn't just K-pop. So that was just like a bit of history with like me and like K-pop, just to like preface this a little. Some of these like connections and stuff are like just me thinking way too hard on this. So we're gonna start off with some overall review of like the entire movie because it's so great. Also, disclaimer, there might be spoilers in this video. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't make the review like to purposely not have spoilers, so there probably will be. And so basically when this movie came out, I was like really surprised that it was actually on Netflix and in my country on Netflix. I thought like something like this would be like in theaters, and that's why everyone was freaking out about it, but it's on Netflix, guys. I'm gonna start off by giving a really honorable mention to the soundtrack. It's so good! Like, oh. Anyway, like I literally have it on repeat. I first saw this movie when I was scrolling on Instagram, and then I like saw like Your Idol, and I thought like this song is kind of cool. And then my favorite song right now is Free, because like, it's just, guys, the animation was so good. Everything was so smooth. Also the characters were like really gorgeous, but like that's just like a side. Oh, and the action paired with the animation was like the craziest thing I've seen. Like, it's so good. Like, oh, like you can see how dedicated all the animators and directors and everyone who helped make those scenes were, because like it's flawless. I'm gonna like try to be as calm as I can during this review, but yeah. And something I also really appreciated about this movie was Rumi having a deeper singing voice, because like in media shows and stuff where like females are singing, they usually have like the higher voices. I don't know, I just thought it was cool. Also, I just wanted to add, the way Rumi can like belt extremely high notes is like, girl. As a side note, the Power of Friendship scene was so adorable, and like I loved it so much, and it was just so well executed. Movie overall was so good. Animation flawless, soundtrack on repeat, literally stuck in my head all the time. I think I had a dream about one of the songs, but we're gonna talk about the soundtrack later. Right now we're gonna talk about the characters. So starting off with Huntrix. My main girl, I love so I love how they're like all foil characters for each other and they bring out the best in each other and they force each other to work hard, but like without pushing their limits too hard. Like they know like when the other one needs like a rest and stuff. And I love how they like feed off each other. Like the first scene where like they were just like finishing each other's sentences, like oh my god, I love my girls. Also, Zoe's my wifey, guys. Get out. Oh, and that first scene where they were like eating like all that food, like guys, I wish I could eat as fast as them. Like how did they chug down an entire like bowl thing of spicy ramen? Like I would start like tearing up. Okay, but maybe also because I can't do spice, but an entire bowl in like 1 second. Like, did you guys see how fast they devoured that? Crazy. And like their facial expressions throughout the whole entire movie like were so cute. And like Zoe during that one scene was like, Rumi was like, it's the whole song, and then she's like, oh well, then I'll just rip up all of these notebooks. Just a question about them, like if there's going to be like a sequel or like if this is going to become a franchise, like will the other movies be in like the other girls' perspectives? Because like this one was like in Rumi's perspective, I guess, and we focused more on Rumi's struggles because she's like half demon and like how she was trying to like fix it the entire time by like stealing the Hun Moon and everything. Oh, and also Rumi's hair. Like, does this girl like sleep like that, or like have you guys seen how long her hair is? It's giving like that one scene in Tangled or like Tangled 2 or whatever, where like the kids braid Rapunzel's hair and it's still so long. Moving on to the Saja boys. If they did exist, I would be cooked because like they would be on repeat. I really liked Jinu's character and like how he learns to like trust Rumi and like believe in her even when like Grima is like manipulating him. He was the only Saja boy that like we got to see really, and also he's like the only one with an actual name. Like the rest of them are freaking baby, romance. And I love how he started out as this like arrogant guy that Rumi hated, and like he was a demon, which was against everything that they'd been taught, and Rumi still kind of listened to him and like talked to him. I love how like Rumi kind of gave him a chance. Like I know technically she didn't, like she was like gonna kill him, but like he lived, like so it's fine. And some side notes, baby Saja is an absolute icon. Nonchalant who, guys? Mystery Saja like just reminded me, like the first time I saw him I was like, oh my god, is that Poe? Like I told my friend about it, she was like, yeah, it's just the hair. I was like, okay, but like it's giving he probably has a raccoon.
Am I wrong?
Like, you know how when Huntrix like slashes to demons and they dissolve into like red sand and whatever? Is it like Tartarus and Percy Jackson? Like do they just like go back and then like regenerate and then come back? Oh, and for other characters, we can't forget Bobby. He's I love Bobby. He's like so chill. He loves his girl and we love his girls. And Celine, I get the vibes from her that she has like antagonist potential because she's extremely stubborn in like her views, and we see this like when she can't look at Rumi because of her patterns and stuff and they've spread, and she's like, yeah, we can just cover it up and we can fix it. Oh, and the demon patterns, like when they're not lighting up, they're purple. Like Rumi's hair is also purple, so I don't know if that was like foreshadowing that she was like part demon in like the beginning, or if that's just like part of her character design. She just has purple hair, like that's just her. In Golden, like Mira was in her house and Zoe was in her school. Like those were like the places where like they felt most out of place. What I meant to say here was that them being in those areas in the song is like them reclaiming it and being like, you don't get to tell me that I don't belong here. So yeah, that's just something I noticed. Also, Jinu, does he wear glasses? Oh my god, and also in that signing part of the movie, like romance was like fully turned towards Mira. Like, okay. Oh my god, and in that one scene for Free, like in like the scene before like they start singing Free, and Jinu was like, I don't think I'm the one to help you. Like, girl, who is she gonna ask? Like baby Saja? Like what do you like what did you want her response to that like to be? Something that I remember from Hunger Games, Snow's like, the only thing stronger than fear is hope. Huntrix, they symbolize hope, and the Saja boys and the demons, they symbolize like fear, I guess, because the only reason Grima can get into your head is to feed off of your fear, to feed off of your shame, your guilt. Because of that, Even if the saja boys were like really powerful, the only thing stronger than fear is hope. I don't really know what I was trying to do with that. Do you see the connection I was trying to make? And also I noticed that, like, you know the stick thingy that like people are holding at the Huntrix concert? That is a clover. That is a 4-leaf clover, which symbolizes luck. And also from science, clovers are often used to replenish nitrogen in soils where like nitrogen isn't. I guess that can mean something, that like huntrix is like there to like replenish hope. That, my friends, is part 1 of my K-pop Demon Hunters review. The whole movie was great. I loved it, and the characters were all like decently developed. Stay tuned for part 2 where I start tweaking out over the soundtrack and everything else. Thank you for staying the entire way. I hope you guys have a great week, great day, and see you guys in the next one.